Hola, bienvenidos amigos. Hello and welcome friends. Steve here, Street Smart Travel. This is the June 2026 monthly budget update. I haven't done one of these monthly budgets in a few months. March was the last one because I went to Canada for most of April and May, so I didn't have any numbers to report. And while these aren't hugely popular videos, I do like putting them out. I've been putting them out now since, I think, November 2024, just so people have an idea. This is how much money I spend in an average month. And that lets you know it doesn't have to be crazy expensive to be traveling around the world. When I'm volunteering, room and board is covered, so I'm paying a little transportation, some entertainment, and some other stuff. In June, I had a couple expenses that I wouldn't normally have. I'll explain those when I break down the budget. I got down here to Tana about 2 weeks ago. I've got this styling bachelor pad all to myself in the jungle. My host has been here twice in 2 weeks. The first time for about 3 minutes, and the second time I think he was here for half a day. And what I've been doing mostly to help him out, he runs a tour business, so when he has a tour with English-speaking guests, he needs somebody to translate from Spanish to English. So his guides speak mostly Quechua and Spanish, but not English. And I'm translating from Spanish to English and then English to Spanish when the clients have questions about things. It's been awesome. Had some great guests, had some amazing experiences, and I've put some of that stuff on the channel as well, some on Instagram. I'll put a link in the description to my Instagram page at Street Smart Travels if you want to check that out. That's pretty much just eye candy. Don't do a lot of that in these videos because this is strictly about the numbers. So with that said, the numbers for June 2026. I spent a little over 286 US dollars on the month, which comes out to a little over 405 Canadian dollars on the month. Break that down on the daily, that's $9.54 US a day, or $13.51 Canadian daily. Now, normally, that would have been about $100 less, so closer to $186, not $286, but I did two things I don't usually do in June. One was go to Inti Raymi, which is a huge festival up north, and there's a bunch of videos on the channel if you want to check those out. I'll link those in the description. I stayed in Otavalo. The event, like the big celebration, is in Cotacachi. Didn't want to be there 24 hours a day. It's great in the daytime, but at nighttime it can get a little rowdy and out of control. Quiet Airbnb in Otavalo. That was about 95 Canadian dollars, a little over 67 US. And the other thing, I went to see my good buddy, Dr. Torture, in Otavalo. That's what I call my chiropractor. This guy's phenomenal. I stop by there every few months to see him, and that was another 30 bucks. So between the Airbnb and the chiropractic visit, there's almost 100 US dollars that I don't usually spend. Anytime I'm near Otavalo, I make it a point to go and see Dr. Torture. I have a couple other chiropractors that I see in other parts of the country because I'm not always up north. So there's your June numbers, a little over 286 US dollars or a bit over 405 Canadian dollars on the month. Not an expensive month, not really an average month. My average month I think is around 200, maybe a little under 200 US, unless I do stuff like this. And the plan for this week coming up, I aim to be in Cuenca on July 16th, all the way through the end of August. Staying and volunteering at a place that I volunteered at before, and I've shot some videos there before. I will be doing a lot more content on Cuenca when I'm there, and ideally getting to check out some of the areas around Cuenca. So not just in the city proper, but all the areas around, more in the countryside, which would be a much better fit for me. Not a fan of the cities. Cuenca grows on me a little bit more every time I go there. I understand why people like it. I totally get it. It is the most popular expat city in all of South America and has been for a long, long time. There's a huge expat community there. There are English-speaking professionals, so if you need a doctor or a lawyer or a dentist or an optometrist or any kind of medical help, you can find somebody that was most likely trained in the States and speaks English. Also looking forward to hanging out with some expat groups there, maybe dropping in and taking some yoga classes, stuff like that, seeing some live music. Things that I don't generally get to do when I'm way out in the campo. Have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by. Any comments or questions, please drop them below. Happy trails. See you out on the road next Saturday.